Procrastination. We've all been there. You sit down to work with the best intentions, only to find yourself scrolling through social media, snacking mindlessly, or tidying up the desk instead of tackling the task at hand. It's a frustrating cycle, leaving us overwhelmed and stuck, even when we know deep down what needs to be done. But what if I told you that an ancient philosophy, one that has guided some of the greatest minds in history for over 2,000 years, could provide the key to overcoming procrastination once and for all? Today, we're diving into the wisdom of Stoicism and exploring how its timeless principles can help you take control of your time, focus your energy, and conquer procrastination. Unlike modern quick-fix strategies, Stoicism goes deeper, addressing the mindset and habits that keep us from taking action. It offers practical tools to overcome inertia, face challenges head-on, and align our actions with our values and goals. The Stoics understood that procrastination is not just a matter of laziness. It's often rooted in fear, discomfort, or the desire to avoid the uncertainty of starting something new. By applying Stoic principles, you can reframe your mindset, take ownership of your choices, and build a disciplined, intentional approach to your work and life. In this exploration, we'll uncover actionable steps inspired by Stoicism, such as focusing on what you can control, breaking tasks into manageable pieces, and using daily reflection to stay accountable. We'll also learn how to navigate the discomfort that often leads to procrastination, transforming it into an opportunity for growth and progress. If you're ready to break free from the cycle of delay and embrace a life of purposeful action, join us as we discover how Stoicism can empower you to stop procrastinating and make meaningful strides toward your goals. Stoicism is a philosophy of self-discipline, resilience, and focus, offering timeless guidance for navigating life's challenges with clarity and purpose. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to control what we can, our thoughts, actions, and responses, and let go of what we cannot, such as the opinions of others, external events, or outcomes beyond our influence. This powerful principle is an antidote to the chaos of modern distractions, where countless demands compete for our attention and pull us away from what truly matters. In a world filled with noise and endless options, Stoicism provides a roadmap for regaining control over our lives. It helps us cut through the clutter by focusing on what is essential, reminding us that true freedom lies in mastering our inner world rather than being ruled by external circumstances. By prioritizing discipline and intentional action, Stoicism empowers us to cultivate a sense of calm and resilience even in the face of uncertainty or adversity. The philosophy also encourages us to embrace discomfort and challenges as opportunities for growth. Rather than avoiding difficulties, Stoics teach us to confront them head-on, recognizing that our character is shaped by how we respond to life's inevitable trials. This mindset not only helps us overcome distractions, but also builds a foundation of strength and purpose. By applying Stoic principles, we can reclaim our time and energy, channeling them into pursuits that align with our values and goals. Stoicism isn't about detachment from the world, it's about engaging with it more effectively, with a sense of balance, clarity, and focus. In doing so, we create a life that is not only productive, but also deeply fulfilling and aligned with our highest aspirations. One of the core principles of Stoicism is understanding the dichotomy of control. Simply put, this principle invites us to divide everything we encounter in life into two clear categories: things we can control and things we cannot. It's a simple yet profound idea that forms the foundation for emotional resilience and effective action. By focusing our energy on what we can influence, our thoughts, choices, and actions, we free ourselves from the anxiety and frustration that often come from trying to manage the uncontrollable. When it comes to procrastination, this concept is especially powerful. Procrastination, at its root, is entirely within our control. While external circumstances, distractions, or the size of a task may feel overwhelming, how we respond to those factors is always our choice. The decision to delay or to act is one that resides entirely within our sphere of influence. Recognizing this fact shifts procrastination from being a source of guilt or helplessness to an area where we can take meaningful, immediate steps toward improvement. The Stoic approach to procrastination begins with awareness. By acknowledging that the choice to procrastinate or not is under our control, we empower ourselves to act with intention. The Stoics remind us that we have the ability to align our actions with our values and goals, regardless of external distractions or internal resistance. Instead of being paralyzed by the size of the task or the discomfort of starting, we can break tasks into manageable pieces, focus on progress rather than perfection, and simply take the next step forward. Procrastination becomes less daunting when we apply this Stoic lens. It's no longer about battling an insurmountable habit, but about making one small, conscious decision at a time. Each time we choose to act instead of delay, we strengthen our discipline and our ability to focus on what truly matters. By practicing the dichotomy of control in this way, we not only overcome procrastination, but also build a life centered on intentionality, productivity, and purpose. Instead of worrying about how hard a task might be or whether you'll execute it perfectly, Stoicism reminds us to focus on what truly matters, the present moment and the actions we can take right now. Often, procrastination and anxiety arise from overthinking, imagining worst-case scenarios, doubting our abilities, or fixating on outcomes beyond our control. Stoicism teaches us to let go of these distractions and redirect our energy to the here and now, where real progress happens. Marcus Aurelius captured this sentiment beautifully when he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that the external world, whether it's the difficulty of a task, the reactions of others, or even the final result, is beyond our control. What we do have power over is our mindset, our focus, and the effort we choose to put into each moment. This realization is incredibly freeing as it shifts our attention away from external pressures and places it on what we can actively influence. When approaching a challenging task, instead of being overwhelmed by its scope or potential imperfections, Stoicism encourages us to take a step back and focus on the process. Break the task into smaller, manageable parts and give your full attention to the first step. Don't worry about doing everything perfectly. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. By concentrating on the present moment and doing your best in that moment, you set the foundation for consistent growth and achievement. This Stoic approach fosters a sense of calm and clarity. You stop wasting energy on things outside your control and instead channel it into deliberate action. Over time, this practice builds resilience, self-confidence, and a stronger connection to your purpose. By embracing the present and focusing on what you can do right now, you not only overcome the inertia of procrastination, but also cultivate a mindset of strength and intentionality that carries into all areas of life. Here's a practical way to apply Stoicism to beat procrastination. Start with what the Stoics call micro-actions. This principle involves breaking a task into the smallest possible steps and focusing solely on the first one. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by the size or complexity of the task ahead, ask yourself, what's the next right thing I can do? Not the entire mountain, just the next step. By narrowing your focus to a single manageable action, you can overcome the inertia of procrastination and build momentum toward completing your goal. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity. Often, the hardest part of any task is simply getting started. When you think about the task as a whole, it can feel intimidating, leading to avoidance or paralysis. But when you break it down into bite-sized actions, the resistance begins to fade. Maybe it's opening a document, writing a single sentence, or organizing the tools you need to begin. Once that first step is taken, the next step feels more achievable, and before you know it, you've created a sense of progress. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. You may not be able to complete an entire project in one sitting, but you can control your decision to take the next small action. Each micro-action, no matter how minor, is a deliberate choice that moves you closer to your goal. By practicing this consistently, you cultivate discipline and a habit of action, reducing the power procrastination holds over you. Additionally, focusing on micro-actions fosters a sense of accomplishment. Each small step completed reinforces your confidence and motivation, proving to yourself that you're capable of tackling the task. Over time, these incremental victories accumulate, turning daunting projects into manageable achievements. The Stoics understood that progress is made not by grand leaps, but by steady, intentional effort. By applying micro-actions, you transform procrastination into purpose-driven momentum. You stop seeing the task as an insurmountable challenge and instead approach it with calm, focused energy, knowing that every small action is a step towards success. Another Stoic tool? The discipline of action. Seneca said, "While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away. Setting a timer for just 5 minutes can trick your brain into starting, and once you start, momentum kicks in." Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a toolkit. By practicing self-awareness, breaking tasks into micro-actions, and committing to disciplined action, you can free yourself from the grip of procrastination and take control of your life. Let Stoicism guide you toward productivity and purpose. Remember, the power to change is in your hands. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if this video inspired you. And let us know in the comments, how do you beat procrastination? See you next time.